So today I was gonna be talking about Little Nightmares 3 and how I don't think it understands the artistic nature of Little Nightmares. And I'm gonna be playing the first one for background, but I'll be getting clips too. Just cause I think this is a very beautiful one. I just finished the third game recently, and I was very sorely disappointed by it. I'm gonna be covering this in chapters. Oh. Sorry, I've never tried to record my gameplay while talking. I don't have a script for this, so hopefully I'm not just rambling on too much. First, I'll talk about, so I know that the third game is, oh my god. I know that the third game is kinda, it's made by the same people who made Until Dawn in the Quarry. So already off bat, not the greatest games to have in your roster, but I wanted to have faith in them that they would know how to at least somewhat make this game. I always like that. Oh wait, that's right, I actually do have to use that chair. So the gameplay of the third game, I'll keep this kind of brief. I don't think the gameplay is exactly stellar in all of the games. I think it's fine enough. You get the toy box, or you get the dollhouse feel in all of them. But even then, the third one I think suffers from it being a lot of just left to right, and like an occasional climbing something, but then you're going left to right. And the puzzles just don't really do much. I'll talk about the puzzles here too, actually. A lot of the puzzles kind of just boil down to the girl uses her wrench, Alone uses her wrench, and then Lo uses his bow, and that's it. Like, you don't aim with the bow, really, and the wrench you don't really do much with either, other than just kind of hit stuff. I haven't really done a full playthrough with Alone yet, so I can't say too much on her gameplay. But I do remember it being really disappointing. At least it looks disappointing. The puzzles in Little Nightmares, while they haven't always been like super stand out, I do think they always had something creative to them. I remember getting stuck on some of them, not because they were poorly programmed, but because they were actually kind of difficult, and you had to kind of look up something, maybe, if you weren't as creative as the people who played it originally. But mostly, I have more things to say about artistic design, because that's kind of where my brain shines the most. I've never been someone who is super picky about gameplay, because I'm more interested in what the artists of the game have to do, or have to say. So I'll get to level. Now I'm gonna start off with what I'm playing through right now, actually, the prison section of the first game. I don't think this is the pinnacle of Little Nightmares creativity. I do think it's kind of it's kind of just an intro, but there is a lot to be gleaned from it. There's, well, I mean, look at this. We've got the janitor appearing already. And let me see if I can get on this. I'll probably cut to it when I get there, actually. We even have like all the toys set up, and there's the eye that like freezes you in place if you get seen by it. And you get this idea that the kids are trapped here. They're given things to entertain them while they're here, but it's sort of like a hollow sort of it's sort of just like to make them feel good while they are there in the moment, rather than to actually be taking good care of them. And we'll see it when we get there. But there's also the children sleeping in beds, and you get the janitor watching over them. So you get a lot of an idea that this is sort of a daycare, or a place that they care for the children. The second game, the intro area, is the woods, which are very like hostile. There's traps everywhere. There's the nets that have even adults are captured in it, and it makes you wonder like who's here. Or I remember this was a big thing in the theorizing community, was that oh shoot was that there was like heart-shaped things around that the hunter seemed to carve into the wood himself, or the outhouse had a little heart in it. And there was theories about like, oh, you know, did he have a lost lover? Did something happen? And it was never super clear what was going on. And I liked that. There was a lot you could gather about the character from the environment. And now, for the third game, what did we have? We had this big empty desert, and we had a big baby, and bugs. This scene always scared me so much when I was a kid. Ugh, I hate him. But like I was saying, in the third game, it's a lot of. I remember it just being a lot of boxes and like fog. The colors of the environments in that game are very washed out looking. I'll say that it was distinctly very gray. The other games, like the wilderness in the second game, was very like vibrant. There was a lot of colors there, and this, you know, it's a little bit gray in some areas, but you do have a lot more distinct colors here, especially 6 has such a distinct. Oh wait, she has such a distinct yellow rank, which I love about her. Now, the next areas. The lair. The lair is where the janitor is, what his place looks like, and the kitchen too. The lair, I remember that has like a lot of dolls in it, very twisted kind of area. But the kitchen, oh boy, how about they have the hunger theme. The kitchen has like this disgusting sloppy feel to it, and the food's all like uncleanly. It's kind of tossed around. Boy, hello, I want food, please. I'm a starving little child. Please give me food. In the lair, the lair has like this. I remember it feels a lot like you're hiding underground from the janitor mostly, and that like has this unique sense of fear of like you really aren't supposed to be in his area, and there's so many places where like you're high up or you're super low, but he has these long arms and it feels like he could reach in and grab you at any moment. And the kitchen has like the chefs bumbling around, and you see all this meat getting made and you're wondering like, where is that coming from? Like, who's getting eaten? And that kind of stuff. Then I also want to say like how their designs too have such, I think I hit an invisible wall there, but the designs have such meaning to them. Like the janitor, he's got these long arms because his whole thing is like he's supposed to be cleaning up where the kids are, and like he grabs you and he's got to put you on the conveyor belt to be made into meat, and he's always got to be like reaching out to be able to get what he needs for his job. And oh shoot, I can never make that jump very well, but he's always like using his arms to reach out, and his like skin was it wasn't sticking to his face, it was kind of melding over, and you wondered like, oh, has he been stuck here for so long, and like he's not been, no one's been taking care of him. Like, why is he not able to see? Or his area is so dark, maybe he doesn't think he needs to see anymore. Like, he can function with his job. He's able to function without needing the eyes. So he's fine. He's doing what he needs to. And that was kind of a commentary on it felt like a commentary on how, like, you know, he didn't even worry about his body's autonomy or anything. He was just worried about, can I get the job done well enough so that I can make it to the end of the day? And will I be useful to my crew? Oh, whoop. Wrong way. I never replayed this chapter a lot because I always thought it was kind of boring. And the chefs, they had this mystery of... Oh, whoops. The chefs had this mystery too, where not only did you have the janitor having his mask melding down, but the chefs would also be reaching under their faces, and the chefs were also doing that. And you you mainly think that that's for like cleanliness. They needed to, because they're always coughing and they're always making food, so they have to be clean. I think the guests also sort of had a mask thing going on. Their masks were a bit more obvious. Oh boy, did that all sorts of wrong. The candy factory in the third game though, the workers there, I want to say too, the characters in the first game being fat, that has a theme. I said I was gonna be doing this rant in chapters, but I'm kind of just going in between things of what feels right to talk about. Oh, there we go, finally. So I just want to make sure I get that. They're sent to the mall to eat all this food that the lady's making, and them being fat fits with the gluttony theme of the game. The chefs, they're also constantly indulging in the food. The lady is one of the only characters who's not. Oh boy. There we go. Okay. Again, I don't replay this chapter a lot, so not the most professional work of mine. The lady's more obsessed with her appearance and wanting to be beautiful, so it makes sense that like she's a Weight Watcher a lot more so. She's trying to make this place seem appealing and make herself feel beautiful again. But in the candy factory, the characters there, they're all fat. And like, to me that just didn't, it almost felt like it didn't make sense. Cause, I mean, sure you can make the argument like, oh, they're making candy, they're all like eating that. I don't know where that little guy went. Okay, I don't need to give him a hug. But to me the fatness of the characters, especially in this first game, it had a reason for it. When you look at the adults in the second game, we'll finally talk about that now. The hunter, where am I? There we go. The hunter in the wild, he's not like randomly fat. He's not just a part of that. You know, because you could say if he was fat, you could be like, oh, he's fat because he's always eating what he's hunting. He's indulging himself in that, which you'd be wrong, because why would that make sense? So, like, sure, he's hunting all these animals and he's making food for himself, but like, it's just not compelling. Like, it made sense for him to just have this sort of average build, because he's more of a taxidermy kind of guy, and we don't need all the characters to be fat to fit in the world of Little Nightmares. Uh-oh, I didn't keep up with that. And the candy factory has the supervisor as its main villain, which the supervisor feels a lot like they're just trying to recreate the feeling of the teacher. The teacher, I think, is like pinnacle of Little Nightmares monsters. The janitor and the teacher, I think, are really good. The janitor is like terrifying looking, the sound design, the way he's always creaking, and oh man, I'm scared. You know, he's like grinding his teeth, he's reaching out for you, and it feels like you can't escape him, like you can't outrun him. The teacher, she's got the same thing kind of going on, where her neck can stretch out, so while it might not always be like, you know, she's not always having it stretched, you still know that she can do it and she can jump out at you at any time. And that makes it pretty scary to deal with, because if you get seen, you have to be ready to run away from that. Oh boy. And the supervisor, you know, she's got a lot of arms, but what else does she have? She's not very interesting per se. Alright, we're finally getting on to the scary chapter. Let me take a quick drink of water. She's definitely got a very distinct shape to her, but I also think her face kind of looks a bit silly. Like, the teacher looks scary to me. She's got this like kind of subdued owl face. Oh, whoops. I was never good with those stares. And she it's not like a super on the nose, obvious, terrifying face. It has like an uncanny feeling of she's still got this like she looks like a teacher you could have. Just very slightly pushed proportions, so you're like, she's distinct enough as a monster. She looks twisted the way that the people in this game are, but it's not like ridiculous looking. I do think the supervisor has, it kind of falls into the modern day trope of like monsters having that like scary smile, the big wide eyes, the big smile and the arms, and it doesn't feel unique. It feels more like an OC to me, honestly. Like someone gets into Little Nightmares and they're like, this is my OC for a fan game I want to make. And if it was that, I would think that that's fine. Like, you're making your own fan game, you're exploring the style of Little Nightmares, but this is an official game. We are in the lair, and I want to say another thing I really like about the environment here. You're looking at all the janitor stuff. I like the way that everything's like really tall and you really feel like you're not supposed to be here. And I love that you have to climb through the environment and you have to interact with it to get what you need. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want the bottle. Oof. The third game, I feel like there's not a lot of you like interacting with the environment. I noticed when you were like walking to the next area and that there was a lot of like little doors on the side of things or like in the wall that you would just have to open with your partner, and there wouldn't really be a lot of climbing the environment. And there would be like ladders that were designed for little people to climb, which it didn't make me feel very immersed in the game, like you're having me climb this ladder that was designed for my size. You're telling me that the monsters in this game were making these specifically for tiny people. I saw this critique in a video that someone else made, that the supervisor, one of the reasons she doesn't work is because she's not like a human, that she reveals herself to be like a bug at the end of her story. And I fully agree with that, because like the monsters in this game, they're all very much supposed to be like a commentary on the adult world, or like you're seeing the scary adults through the eyes of the children. So I'll come back to that in a second. I want to briefly go over some other areas. The hospital in the second game, I think that was a really terrifying place. Really well made too. The carnival, I think, was the best area of Little Nightmares 3, because it wasn't entirely gray. The carnival did have like more distinct colors, and it has like a nice vibe. I don't really know what the overall theming was of it, what the vibe they were going for with it was. I could switch over gameplay to the third game, because I know that's what I'm talking about, but I do want to highlight what I like about this game more than I want to complain about the other one, because I've always loved Little Nightmares. I think it's a beautiful little story. Oh, whoops. Yeah, the carnival, that also just randomly has fat people in it too, though. The carnival guests, which again, you can make the argument of, sure, they're indulging in carnival food and they're being gluttonous there, they're being greedy. I think it would have worked a little bit more if they all had like varying body sizes, because you're getting guests from all over the place that are coming to indulge in the game. Maybe some people don't indulge in the food. They want to try to show off how strong they are with like the maybe there's some sort of lifting competition at the carnival. I don't know. I haven't been to a carnival in a long time. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Oh my god. He is so freaky. Oof. Sorry, I got like kind of scared there. I went quiet. But there's also the puppeteer in the carnival, who, again, I'll get back to him. We'll come back to the puppeteer. There's also the guest area in the first game, which, again, love that place. There's all the food and the guests are like chasing you throughout the whole thing. There's these massive mounds of dishes, and it's just like, it's disgusting. It's like warm. You can feel the like disgusting body heat of the guests. There's the Pale City in the second game, which has all these like giant twisted towers, and you have the viewers that have these like twisted spiraled faces because they've been obsessed with the TV, and if you turn them off, they're they're hostile. They need their comfort shows back. Oh, you know, I didn't talk about the shoe monster in this game, which is kind of random. I've seen people think this is the granny. I think it's the grandpa. Yeah, I think the granny has a partner named Grandpa. That's my theory. But then there's the final areas of every game. And I do think the final area of the third game is well done. I did like it a lot. The ladies' quarters. Uh-oh. I got eaten. The ladies' quarters, I thought those were quite frightening. She wasn't my favorite enemy when I was little. I can appreciate her more now, but I thought she was very scary when she was coming at you. I like the way that you beat her. The signal tower, I really love the way that the colors feel there, and I loved Mono's final confrontation with them. And I love the colors there were so like vibrant and so like otherworldly. The ladies' quarters, I remember being kind of like really dark, hard to see anything. Uh-oh. The man's coming. The man's coming. The final area with the hypnotist, I don't think it was great. I think it did like that area. What I liked most about it was it had the doll, which the doll was like, it was like a time travel thing. You were in the modern rundown version of the institute, and you were like able to travel into the past and see what it was like. Now I kind of want to talk about the monsters and the characters more. I think I already covered a few of them. I talked about what I like about the janitor and the chefs. I really love the fact that they're twins too, the chefs. The school, yeah, I talked about the teacher, what I like about her. I think now we're on to the guests. The guests, yeah, I talked about them. I do enjoy how varied their faces are. Like their noses are all like weird shapes, and there's like one girl model, I think. The puppet master of the third game. He's fine. I didn't think he was like terribly interesting. Oh god, oh dear god. Okay, thankfully he can't reach that far up. But the minikin I thought was kind of really silly. I liked him. They weren't that scary. They were more kind of annoying, the minikin. But the adult one, like the big guy, I guess his whole thing is he wants to trap children and he wants to like make them perform for him, which I guess that's pretty scary because then you'd be forced to entertain him for as long as he's around. But then like what else is there? It's not too bad, I guess. Oh, there was also this whole thing about the janitor. I really like that I really like that he's like sensitive to noise and how the clocks were like a weakness for him. Oh, don't get me. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, the puppeteer kind of really shines at his ending when he randomly brings out a shotgun and he starts aiming for you, which kind of felt a little random because he didn't really have anything other than that. He would just sort of send out his mini guy after you. The final characters, the lady, very iconic character. I like that her vanity is her downfall. Like you have to find the one mirror that isn't broken and you have to force her to face her reflection to see that she's not as beautiful as she once was. See how hideous she's turned into. Oh, speaking of lady turning into, she turns children into gnomes. And, you know, that made sense for the first game because, you know, you'd see the gnomes running around. I don't understand why there's gnomes in the third game. Because she doesn't exist there? Oh god. But yeah. The lady doesn't exist outside the maw, so I thought it was weird when we saw that there is gnomes there in the third game. You saw them in like the necropolis, I think. Stop it. Oh, this song too. I like that this song, the one that's on the TV here, I like that this is persisted as like a theme throughout all of the games, that everyone sings it. I don't remember if it's in the third game as much. I just remember it was in the first and second a lot. The second game, I think I like the Thin Man a lot. Maybe I like him more than the lady. No, I do like the lady most, actually, I think. Because, she's got such, like, a heavy tie-in with 6. I'm pretty sure there's paintings of her, like, with a little girl. And, it's implied that the little girl that she stands with is possibly 6 before she got her raincoat. So maybe the lady's, like, her mom? That was kind of what I believed. Because I'm not too big on the theory that, like, everything's a time loop and, like, 6 is eventually going to turn into the lady. I mean, maybe actually, because the second game does end with Mono turning into the Thin Man, and that was something I liked a lot about him. I love that the Thin Man, I like how he like travels between the static TV world and the real world. I should have included him in my TV character video. I completely forgot about the fact that he does that. I guess he doesn't really fit in with other TV characters. He's kind of more of a man than a TV, but I'm sure he's got similar theming. He's got the Thin Man has that whole like broadcast thing going on, the whole hypnosis. Maybe I could analyze him too. That'd be fun. I think the lady might be more interesting to analyze though. Anyways, the third game has the hypnotist. Wow, speaking of hypnotism, am I right? Oh, but oh boy, the hypnotist. He's like the biggest of any of the enemies, and I really actually I love that. He still is distinctly human, and I love the way that he's like an environmental hazard. Like, you have to ring the gong to get him to move his limbs, or oh shit, you have to get him to move his limbs, or whoops, immediately got caught there. What is he doing? Oh, like there's that scene when he has to, when you wait for him to pull the, I gotta lock in here. I'm kind of bad at this boss fight if you guys can't tell. But he has to like pull the two buildings together and you see the waves react to it. And like his arm stays there. It's kind of like a staple or like glue to hold. Oh, I always feel bad when I do that. Ugh, he's screaming. The poor guy. Yeah, he pulls it together and he stays there as like the glue, the tape for it. And I like that. And I do like how much of a tie-in he has with the main character, as all the final villains of these games seem to do. Oh boy, we're on to my favorite part of the game, the kitchen. I used to love trolling these guys. Did you guys ever watch those like Little Nightmares funny moments trolling videos that one? It was Big Surf. Big Surf used to make those videos. I love those. I used to wait for the new one. I'd watch them over and over again. I'd like try to remake them. Oh, but yeah, the hypnotist has this like very deep personal connection with the main character Lo, and that's what I want to talk about too. The characters in Little Nightmares 3, I think, are really good. They have like personality, more distinct personalities, I think. 6 and Mono do have personalities. They're very kind of quiet personalities, I think. 6 has this like distrusting attitude towards everyone. She's sort of more on her own. She's like, I'll work with you, but I'm not gonna stay attached to you because I don't know how much I can trust that you're gonna be on my side. I hope this recording isn't getting too long. Hold on, I'm gonna pause here. I don't think I need to worry about that. I've never recorded gameplay before, if you can't tell. I know I already said that. She's got that personality. Mono is more trusting than her, and he's got this like determination to figure out what's going on in the signal tower. Then Lo and Alone, I like Alone being like kind of nervous about the mirrors and how much she's trying to like uplift Lo every time their plans go awry. Lo has, he's got actual backstory, and you learn about that he comes from the Institute, how he had to, like, hide his drawings from the hypnotist, and how, he imagined Alone to be real, which I don't know exactly how that works with her, like, helping with puzzles. I imagine that, like, his imagination brought her to life, but, like, the mirrors would damage her every time that she went through them, and she kind of knew that the last one was going to destroy her. I think the ending of the third game is, makes everything worth it. Oh boy. This guy. What a hoot. I like his, little piggy scream. Uh-oh. Psh, I thought I could get away in time. Yeah, the stories of these games. Oh my god, I forgot to throw you in there. I don't remember if the monsters in the third game really have much of a murder that really sticks out when you're playing it. I don't remember it being very, like, terrifying or anything. They were really graphic in this one. I mean, especially when you got to the chefs and they'd, like, boil you or something, or you just saw them raise their cleaver to cut you in half. I think the first game's finale was pretty cool. It was very dramatic. You had Six finally, like, wear down the lady and, like, eat her and then become her and get those dark powers. Ugh, these fish heads. Let me cook this real quick. Perfect. I think I almost 100%ed this game. I don't remember. I never beat it in under an hour, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the things you have to do. This was my favorite thing to do. I'd wait for him to come here and I, like, drop stuff on him. I thought it was so funny. Come on, come over here. There we go, let me... Stay still. Dang it. Let me throw fire at you. So, what are you doing, man? Stop. Oh, you suck. What else? Yeah, I think I kind of said a lot. I could definitely do a better scripted video. I know I kind of, like, was just jumping all over the place, saying whatever came to mind. I could definitely, like, go a lot more in depth, talk about their designs and whatnot, but, overall, I think something that the monsters in the third game are missing a lot is the feeling of being a commentary on what adults are like to children, or general commentary on what the adult world's like. Because I think that was a big thing for this game, is you know, how a child perceives the adult world and what scares them about it. A bar of soap here. Wait, I have to recreate something. When I was a kid, I recorded myself playing this game, and I don't think I ever uploaded it, but I'm doing this for myself. I had this, like, joke where I wanted to be, I was like, what does it say on this? It says palm? Ugh, they use it to wash the palm of their hands! And I threw it away. That's so stupid. I don't know why I thought that was, like, so funny. I was like, everyone's gonna love this. Oh, it does say palm. Wow. That's cool. Recreating childhood memories. Oh, what a day. So yeah, they kind of really needed that, I think. Because, like, the supervisor, what is she a commentary on? Like, what's her commentary on being a supervisor? Oh, I think this dirty blood is Epstein. I think this dirty blood is Einstein. Ugh, gross. See his little fish eyes. What are you checking under the bed for? I'm right here, dummy. Awesome. Oh, wait, no. 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 Oh, dang it. Why is he sleeping in his uniform? What a weirdo. Oh, ew, we put me on the toilet. The supervisor, like, that doesn't feel like a very, compelling commentary on supervisors through a child lens. It just sort of, it's just sort of like, here's a scary thing with a face and a lot of limbs. Everything else has the, it at least has a human skeletal structure, and it has, like, it has pushed proportions or, like, weird characterizations that, like, you know, they have their own characters, and they're also a general commentary on something. I'm sort of repeating my points now, because I want to make sure this conclusion is conclusive. Haha. So yeah, that's my unscripted video talking about Little Nightmares 3. Overall, very washed out colors. I think it could really benefit from having a higher contrast. Like look at all the colors here in this game. The second game kind of has like a bit of a bluish filter over it, but it's not overwhelming. It doesn't like interfere with anything. You still get a pretty varied color palette out of it, I feel. But then in the third game, there's not really like any shadows or like lights or anything. It kind of feels like everything blends into one amalgamous thing, and even the characters kind of start to blend in with what you're looking at. Oh man. And the environments, they just like, there's so much more things packed into this. One thing I've seen pointed out too is how like even rooms that are not mandatory for you to go in, they have things like packed in them to make you question more things about the world. Or like I remember the second game has this one optional room that you can, I think you find a static child in there, and there's like this bathtub with this guy that has his like guts all spilled out, and it makes you wonder like, why are his guts out? What happened here to make that happen? And it leaves you wondering, and you think about it after. But everything in Little Nightmares 3, I feel like the background rooms in that, there's nothing. There's a couple lights, there's boxes, and that feels like that's the most that they can come up with. They don't come up with much else. I do overall think Little Nightmares is one of my favorite horror games. Grew up with it. I cosplayed the janitor the Halloween after it came out, and I did do a little mono cosplay when that game came out, so you know, I'm a true fan. I've been doing the cosplays of it. Cosplay is something I do want to get into. It looks like fun, but never got into sewing. That's something I'd have to learn if I became a cosplayer. I mostly just do the simpler ones. Ugh, yucky. This game has had this permanent effect on me where when I go into like the deli area of any store, or like I see like the meat, my immediate thought is like, Little Nightmares. Oh my god, it's Little Nightmares. I'm so nightmares rotted. Yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's, Little Nightmares. I'd love to talk about horror games more. If y'all are interested in what I have to say. And of course, if I do make another video on this, hopefully this video will work. Again, I'm using my microphone. I'm recording my talking on my laptop, and I'm recording the gameplay on my PlayStation. So I'm hoping that this goes through fine and that it works. So we'll see how this video goes. If it doesn't work, then I'll write an actual script. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Little Nightmares, great game. I do like being able to play things and talk about whatever while I play. So yeah, love you guys, and I'm gonna see if I can get this gameplay uploaded. So long.